there is a common misconception that precious metals are solely an investment. However, while it is true that they can be seen as such, there is much more to them than their potential financial return. Specifically, silver stands out as an undervalued asset that offers tremendous potential. To me, gold and silver represent something more than just a means to accumulate wealth. They symbolize a form of wealth that has existed for over 5,000 years and has persevered through major historical events such as the German hyperinflation and the Great Depression. They remain immutable, embodying the idea that true wealth transcends currency fluctuations and market volatility. In contrast, the paper money we carry in our wallets will eventually become obsolete and relegated to a mere historical relic. Precious metals, on the other hand, will continue to stand the test of time, representing a form of wealth that is lasting and secure. Gold and silver have been considered immutable forms of wealth since biblical times. They were not just investments, but a means of passing on wealth from generation to generation, and have been owned by nobility throughout history. While they can serve as insurance against the recklessness of government and monetary policies, they also represent a lasting form of wealth that has held its value for over 5,000 years. As the owner of a business that has done over $8 billion in sales over 33 years, I can attest to the value of precious metals. We have never had a customer complaint, and while some believe that owning physical possession of the metal is the only way to truly own it, we offer storage facilities through Brinks, a reputable name in the industry, for those who prefer to store their metals elsewhere. Silver, in particular, is undervalued in relation to gold, both geologically and historically. It offers tremendous potential as a lasting form of wealth that can be passed down through generations. So while it can serve as insurance against uncertain times, it is also a valuable asset in its own right. Silver is an undervalued asset, perhaps the most undervalued asset in the world. However, discussing its price can be complicated, and this may not be the appropriate audience for such a discussion. It's worth noting that the price of silver is manipulated by a small number of large banks in the futures market. What's even more interesting is that the world's commodity exchanges, which were not previously known for providing physical metal, have seen a significant reduction in their silver supply. The London Metals Exchange, for example, currently holds the lowest amount of silver in its history. The exchange, which has been around for 140 years, currently holds a minuscule amount of silver, and at the current rate of depletion, it may run out of silver by mid-2023. Similarly, in the US, the COMEX exchange has experienced a 75% decline in silver over the last 18 months. These statistics are concerning, especially in light of the potential loss of the petrodollar standard and the collapse of the global economy. Since 1974, every country has had to own dollars to purchase oil, and if the reserve status of the dollar is lost, and oil purchases are made in other currencies, such as the new BRICS currency or a combination thereof, then the US may face an even more significant economic crisis. If the dollar collapses, inflation will ensue, and as a result, interest rates will rise significantly. This is because if a currency loses value rapidly, the interest rates must increase drastically to make up for the loss. When interest rates rise, stocks, bonds, and real estate prices tend to fall, which makes people feel less wealthy. It's crucial to note that owning precious metals is not necessarily a means of becoming rich. Instead, owning enough precious metals can help protect individuals from the effects of a global shift, which many argue is imminent. For example, the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are among those countries that have either applied or plan to apply in 2019 for the Bank of International Settlements to reclassify gold as the only other Tier 1 reserve asset, which further supports the importance of owning precious metals for protection. Let me repeat this slowly for you. Since 1944, the only reserve asset considered to be riskless, or Tier 1, has been US dollars or Treasuries collateral. For instance, if I lend you $1 million and you give me a briefcase containing $1 million in $100 bills, that's considered Tier 1 because there is no risk to me. Even if you don't pay me back, I still have your cash. However, as of 2019, the Bank of International Settlements has reclassified gold as the only other Tier 1 reserve asset in the world. So, in addition to the countries I previously mentioned that are joining the BRICS nations, which include Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, there are others accumulating gold as a percentage of their total reserves. These countries include Venezuela, 82%, Uzbekistan, 65%, Kazakhstan, 63%, Bolivia, 55%, Lebanon, 49%, Belarus, 40%, Turkey, 29%, Pakistan, 29%, and Kyrgyzstan, 22%.